Have you ever looked at your dinner plate and felt disappointed? Craving more flavor, more excitement, more of everything? What if I told you that the secret to living past 100 isn't eating more, but eating differently? My friends, today we're stepping into a world most people never see. I'm taking you behind the walls of ancient Buddhist monasteries where monks routinely live to 100, 110, even 120 years old. The answer isn't in some exotic superfood. It's not a supplement you can buy. It's something much more powerful, and I've come back to share it with you. Listen carefully, because what these monks understand about food could completely transform your health, your mind, and your lifespan. And the most amazing part? You can start using these secrets today with the food already in your kitchen. I spent years studying with these masters, and they allowed me to share their wisdom with one condition: that I present it exactly as they taught it, without shortcuts. So right now, turn off your notifications. Tell your family you need just 15 minutes of quiet, because what you're about to learn has been guarded in monastery kitchens for 2,500 years. Are you ready to discover how monks eat to live beyond 100 years? Then let's begin our journey together. In the quiet of a mountain temple kitchen before dawn, a monk carefully washes rice for the morning meal. His movements are slow and deliberate. He isn't rushing to finish so he can check his phone or hurry off to work. For him, washing rice isn't a chore, it's as important as meditation. This is the heart of Shojin Ryuri, the traditional Buddhist cooking philosophy. Shojin Ryuri isn't just about what foods to eat. It's about your relationship with everything on your plate. The word Shojin means to focus the mind, to put all your heart into what you're doing. When monks prepare food, every vegetable chopped and every grain cooked receives their complete attention. They believe this mindfulness transfers energy into the food itself. When you eat, an old Zen teacher once said, "Just eat." This simple advice reveals how different the monk's approach is from our modern habit of mindless eating, scrolling through phones or watching TV while we barely taste what goes into our mouths. For monks, eating becomes a form of meditation that connects body and mind. This mindful approach to food creates a direct link between eating and higher states of meditation. Monks have discovered that heavy, processed foods make the mind foggy and meditation difficult. But light, plant-based meals prepared with care create the perfect conditions for clarity and focus. The stomach isn't struggling to digest complicated foods, so energy flows freely to the mind. Food choices aren't just personal preferences in the temple, they're spiritual decisions. Every meal reflects the Buddhist principle of nonviolence called ahimsa. This is why monk diets are plant-based, avoiding meat and fish. Each vegetable on a monk's plate represents a choice not to harm another living being. This compassionate approach to eating creates not just physical health, but also peace of mind. It's hard to meditate on loving kindness when your meal required suffering. The monk's kitchen follows nature's rhythm. When winter brings root vegetables and preserved foods, monks adapt their diets accordingly. In spring, they gather wild mountain plants and herbs that help cleanse the body after winter. This seasonal eating isn't just good nutrition. It's a way to stay connected to the natural world and remember our place in it. The entire universe is in this bowl of rice, goes a Zen saying. When a monk holds their simple bowl of food, they see not just rice and vegetables, but the sun that helped plants grow, the rain that nourished them, the farmer who tended the fields, and countless beings who made each meal possible. This gratitude transforms even the simplest food into something sacred. The simplicity of monk meals, often just rice, vegetables, and miso soup, might seem boring to those used to constant flavor, excitement, and variety. But this simplicity serves a purpose beyond health. When food is simple, the mind isn't constantly chasing new tastes and experiences. Energy that would go toward thinking about food can be directed toward spiritual practice instead. Monks find that as their diets become simpler, their minds become clearer. A visiting student once asked a 102-year-old monk his secret to long life. The monk smiled and held up his simple wooden bowl. "I eat until I'm almost full, never completely full," he said. "I eat what grows nearby, what's in season, and I prepare it with a peaceful mind. That's all." This wisdom, passed down through generations, continues to produce some of the healthiest, longest-lived people on earth. Now that we understand the mindset behind monk eating, let's look at what actually fills their bowls. The foundation of every monastic meal sits right at the center of the table: whole grains, especially brown rice. Unlike the polished white rice most of us eat, monks prefer rice with its outer layers intact. An old temple cook once explained, "The whole grain is like a complete life. Why would we strip away its most nutritious parts?" This brown rice provides steady energy without the blood sugar spikes that leave you hungry an hour later. Monks often mix in other whole grains too: barley, millet, and ancient varieties that have become rare in our modern world. Step outside a mountain temple in spring, and you might find monks carefully gathering plants most people would call weeds. These wild vegetables, young dandelion leaves, shepherd's purse, fiddlehead ferns, contain medicine the body needs to transition between seasons. One monk explained, "These plants push through stone and survive harsh conditions. When we eat them, we absorb their strength. These forage greens have up to 10 times more nutrients than grocery store vegetables." But it's not just about nutrition. Gathering food from the land creates a direct relationship with nature that's missing from shopping at supermarkets. Monks know exactly where their food comes from because they watched it grow. Every monastery kitchen has jars of mysterious-looking fermented foods. Long before scientists discovered the importance of gut health, monks were cultivating beneficial bacteria in their food. Temple kitchens bubble with homemade miso, pickled vegetables, and fermented soybean preparations like natto and tempeh. "We don't just preserve food," a temple cook explained. "The fermentation process creates new life, new energy. These foods help monks digest their plant-based meals and keep their immune systems strong through winter. The tangy, complex flavors also satisfy the taste buds without needing salt, sugar, or artificial flavors." Throughout the day, monks sip various teas, not just for enjoyment but as medicine. Different herbs are chosen for their healing properties: wild mint to aid digestion, cutting to clear heat from the body, chrysanthemum to cool inflammation. Unlike our coffee culture that uses caffeine for artificial energy, monk teas gently support the body's natural functions. An elderly nun demonstrated how to prepare a special tea blend, explaining, "We don't drink tea just for taste or caffeine. Each cup is medicine, tailored to what the body needs that day, that season." These teas help detoxify the body and support its natural healing abilities. For protein, monks rely on simple plant sources. Tofu, beans, and mushrooms play starring roles. Mushrooms like shiitake and maitake grow on decaying logs around temple grounds, providing not just protein but compounds that strengthen the immune system. "Mushrooms transform death into life," one monk explained. "They teach us about impermanence while nourishing our bodies." Seasonal awareness determines everything on a monk's plate. Spring brings tender greens to cleanse winter stagnation. Summer offers cooling foods to balance heat. Autumn provides hardy roots and squash to prepare for winter. And winter meals include warming foods and preserved summer abundance. This natural cycle keeps monks in harmony with the world around them and ensures varied nutrition throughout the year. By eating this way, monks avoid the diseases that plague modern society. Their meals provide everything the body needs without excess. Their food is medicine, preventing illness rather than treating it after it appears. And the simplicity of their diet means they never have to count calories, read labels, or worry about eating too much of the wrong thing. Even more important than what monks eat is how they eat it. If you've ever visited a monastery during mealtime, you've witnessed one of the most beautiful ceremonies in their daily life, the ritual of oraoki. This isn't just eating. It's meditation in motion. As the meal begins, monks unwrap cloth bundles containing 3 nesting bowls and utensils. Every movement follows an ancient choreography, unfolding the cloth, arranging the bowls, holding them at precise heights. Nothing is rushed, nothing is wasted. Even before the first bite, the mind enters a state of peaceful awareness through these deliberate movements. The way you handle your bowl reflects how you handle your life, a temple elder often tells new students. These careful movements might seem unnecessarily complicated at first, but they train the mind to be present for everyday activities. The ritual transforms a basic need into an art form. Unlike our chatty family dinners or business lunches, monk meals unfold in complete silence. This isn't an awkward or uncomfortable silence, but a rich awareness of the present moment. Without conversation to distract them, monks taste their food completely. They notice textures, temperatures, and flavors that most of us miss while talking or watching TV. A visiting chef once remarked after a silent meal, "I've never truly tasted food until today." This silence isn't about rules or punishment. It's a gift that allows full appreciation of the meal and creates space for gratitude to arise naturally. Before eating, monks chant 5 contemplations, brief reminders about the true purpose of food. They reflect on where the food came from, who helped grow it, and how it connects them to all living things. They acknowledge that this meal is medicine to sustain health, not entertainment for the taste buds. And they remember their spiritual purpose, seeing food as fuel for a meaningful life rather than an end in itself. These contemplations transform even humble meals into sacred experiences. They remind monks that no meal appears by magic. Countless beings contributed to create what sits in their bowls. This awareness naturally generates gratitude and prevents wasteful eating. The role of tenzo, the head cook, is one of the most respected positions in monastery life. Far from being seen as lowly kitchen work, food preparation is considered spiritual training at the highest level. The tenzo must remain completely present while chopping vegetables, washing rice, and tending fires. A moment of distraction or anger while cooking is believed to transfer into the food itself. The cook's mind seasons the meal more than salt or spice, goes an old saying. This is why temple kitchens feel different from hectic restaurant kitchens. They radiate peace rather than stress. Monks believe this peaceful energy becomes part of the meal and nourishes those who eat it. After eating, another ritual begins, the cleaning of bowls. Monks pour hot water into their largest bowl, clean it with a small piece of pickled radish, drink the water, then wipe all bowls clean with a cloth. Nothing goes to waste, not even washing water. This practice of using every drop teaches monks to value resources and see the sacred in every aspect of life. Watch an elderly monk clean his bowls, and you'll witness movements refined by decades of daily practice. This simple task becomes beautiful through complete attention. The monk is fully present for an activity most of us rush through mindlessly. In the monastery, cleaning up isn't the annoying aftermath of eating. It's part of the sacred meal experience. These rituals might seem too elaborate for our busy lives, but their essence can transform our relationship with food. By slowing down, creating simple mealtime rituals, eating in silence occasionally, and cleaning up mindfully, we can bring monk wisdom into our everyday meals. Beyond what monks eat and how they eat lies a deeper understanding of balance, the true secret to their extraordinary longevity. At the center of this wisdom is the concept of hara, a point about 2 inches below the navel that monks consider the body's energy center. Unlike Western culture that focuses on the heart or head, monk traditions see the hara as the body's command center. A 103-year-old temple master once explained, When your hara is strong, everything else follows. Monks strengthen this center through proper eating, breathing, and posture. A balanced meal settles comfortably in this area, creating a warm, stable energy that radiates throughout the body. During meals, monks place a hand over their hara occasionally, checking how full they feel. This awareness prevents the overeating that contributes to so many modern health problems. Your body knows exactly how much food it needs, explained an elderly nun, but you must quiet your mind enough to listen to it. This listening leads to one of the monk's most important eating principles, hachibu, eating until you're 80% full. While most of us eat until we're completely full or even stuffed, monks always leave a little space in their stomachs. A temple kitchen master demonstrated by holding up a rice bowl filled only 4/5 to the top, saying, "Fill your stomach like this bowl, not completely." This 80% rule prevents the body from using excessive energy for digestion, energy that can instead support cell repair and immune function. Studies now confirm what monks have known for centuries. Slight caloric restriction without malnutrition significantly extends lifespan. The difference between eating to 100% full versus 80% full might add years to your life. Monks also understand the importance of balancing the 5 flavors in every meal: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. These flavors aren't just about taste. They connect to specific organs and elements in the body. A monastery cook explained while preparing a meal, sweet foods nourish the stomach, bitter foods cleanse the heart, salty foods support the kidneys, sour foods refresh the liver, and umami strengthens the lungs. A typical monk plate contains all 5 flavors in perfect balance, perhaps sweet winter squash, slightly bitter greens, salty miso soup, sour pickled vegetables, and umami-rich mushrooms. This harmony of flavors creates satisfaction without excess and ensures the meal supports every major body system. While most of us fear hunger, monks embrace periodic fasting as a rejuvenation practice. Several times yearly, particularly during season changes, monks observe days of simplified eating or complete fasting. An elderly monk explained while sipping only tea during such a period, just as a house needs regular cleaning, the body needs time to clear away accumulated waste. These cleansing periods reset digestion, enhance cellular cleanup mechanisms, and heighten mental clarity. Monks report feeling lighter and more energetic after these fasting days. Modern science now confirms these benefits, with research showing that intermittent fasting triggers cellular repair processes that can extend lifespan. Eastern medical traditions, which inform monastic eating practices, view food as the primary medicine. Proper food makes medicine unnecessary, said a 95-year-old monk who had never taken pharmaceutical drugs. Monks carefully choose foods with medicinal properties, tailored to their individual needs and the season. During winter, warming ginger and garlic protect against illness. In summer, cooling cucumbers and melons prevent heat-related problems. This medicinal approach to everyday eating addresses small imbalances before they become serious health issues. It's a preventative system that keeps monks healthy, rather than trying to fix problems after they develop. The final secret to monastic longevity lies in the connection between breathing, eating, and vitality. Monks practice deep, slow breathing during meals, which improves digestion and prevents eating too quickly. A temple meditation teacher demonstrated proper eating posture, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, explaining, "When breath flows freely, life energy flows freely." This conscious breathing while eating ensures maximum nutrition absorption and connects body and mind during the meal experience. It's a simple practice, but one that modern dieters rarely consider as they rush through meals while distracted. So how can we bring these monastery secrets into our busy modern lives? You don't need to shave your head or move to a mountain temple to benefit from this ancient wisdom. The journey begins right where you are, in your own kitchen. A monk who now teaches in urban centers tells his students, start with one meal a day. Choose breakfast, lunch, or dinner to practice monk-style eating. Keep that meal simple, plant-based, and prepared with full attention. Even this small change can begin a transformation in your relationship with food. When shopping, adopt the monk's mindset of quality over quantity. The true cost of food isn't measured in dollars, explains a monastery cook who now runs urban workshops. It's measured in life energy, both yours and the food's. This means choosing fewer, better ingredients rather than filling your cart with processed foods. One city dweller who studied with monks transformed her health by implementing a simple rule. If her great-grandmother wouldn't recognize something as food, she doesn't eat it. This naturally eliminates most packaged and processed items that fill modern grocery stores. Real food doesn't need ingredient lists or health claims on colorful boxes. You might not be able to forage wild plants or make elaborate fermented foods in your apartment, but monk-inspired eating remains accessible. A teacher who brings temple cooking to corporate settings advises, buy the most whole, unprocessed version of everything, then prepare it with respect. This might mean choosing brown rice instead of white, whole fruits instead of juices, or beans instead of factory-made meat alternatives. Gratitude practices transform everyday meals into meaningful experiences without elaborate rituals. A family who studied monastic eating created their own simple mealtime tradition. Before eating, each person shares one thing they appreciate about the food. Perhaps the farmer who grew it, the rain that watered it, or the hands that prepared it. This brief practice changes the energy of the meal and prevents mindless overeating. People think monk food is about restriction, says an elderly nun who now teaches in retirement communities. But it's actually about abundance, the abundance of awareness. This awareness can be cultivated during any meal, anywhere. Simply noticing the colors, smells, textures, and tastes of your food without judgment brings the essence of monastery practice into daily life. Growing even a small amount of your own food connects you directly to monastic wisdom. A monk who works with school programs explains, when a child grows a carrot, they never see carrots the same way again. City dwellers can grow herbs on windowsills, sprouts in jars, or join community gardens. This direct connection to food provides both nutritional and spiritual nourishment. Simple monk-inspired recipes can fit into busy schedules without requiring exotic ingredients or complicated techniques. One-pot meals combining whole grains, seasonal vegetables, and simple seasonings provide complete nutrition without hours in the kitchen. A monastery cook who now works with busy parents shares, the simplest meals are often the most satisfying, physically and spiritually. The practice of eating to 80% full requires no special equipment or ingredients, just awareness. A businessman who studied with monks lost 30 pounds, simply by putting down his fork when he felt moderately satisfied rather than completely full. This single change improved his energy, sleep, and mental clarity without any sense of deprivation or dieting. Building a supportive community enhances any food practice. People who share monk-inspired meals together find it easier to maintain these traditions than those trying to eat mindfully alone in a fast food culture. Urban groups now gather for silent community meals, cooking classes focused on simple whole foods, or seasonal celebrations that honor the rhythm of nature through food. The most powerful medicine is often the simplest, reflects an elder who spent decades in monasteries before returning to teach in his hometown. Clean water, whole food, mindful eating, gratitude, and community. These are available to everyone, everywhere. In this way, the ancient wisdom of monastery kitchens continues to offer healing to our modern world. My friends, you've just received wisdom that has been preserved for thousands of years within monastery walls. These aren't just interesting facts. They're practical tools that could transform your health and potentially add decades to your life. If you found value in these ancient secrets, I need your help to share this wisdom with others who might be struggling with their health, with stress, or with their relationship to food. First, hit that subscribe button below. I'm on a mission to bring more of these hidden teachings to light, and each week I release new videos exploring different aspects of Buddhist wisdom that can improve our modern lives. Second, if you know someone who's been searching for a more natural way to improve their health, a friend who's tried every diet, a parent concerned about aging, or even someone dealing with serious health challenges, please share this video with them. This knowledge isn't meant to be kept secret anymore. It's meant to be spread far and wide to help as many people as possible. Leave a comment below with the one practice from this video you're going to try this week. Maybe it's eating to 80% full, creating a simple gratitude ritual before meals, or incorporating more whole grains into your diet. Sharing your commitment helps inspire others and creates a community of support. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single meal. You don't need to transform everything overnight. Just start with one small change, applied mindfully and consistently. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of monastic wisdom. Until next time, may your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food. See you in the next video.